Yo, you tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Broadcasting live from downtown Las Vegas, you're tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Is a Wednesday, hump day.
West Side Wednesdays.
I've got my Aces t-shirt on tonight.
We've got our Aces gear on
today. You're listening to Girl Chat Sports, Mo and Mel. And this is actually, and I owe the public an apology, episode 150. I had said last week that it was episode 150 last week. And I was loud and wrong.
Oh, really?
And sometimes that happens. And
was
I apologize,
Mel.
That is an apology. She was right.
Thank you.
I figured because her vacation and wherever she went that she was probably a little off kilter. Meanwhile, my mind was taking a vacation. So anyway, it's episode 150. It's our 50th episode together.
Man.
And what better way to celebrate than with our eighth?
It's a half a century.
Half a century. Yeah.
And then shout out, I'm going to put, because I don't want to get up mid-show.
Can you turn around?
But I've got my number 10 on.
And you know whose number that is, right? And for those of you who don't know out there, it is the wonderful all-time, one of the previous first-round draft pick. Kelsey Plum.
Husky, Washington Husky.
Washington Husky.
Pac-12 all-time scorer.
Yeah. She's just a beast. And we saw that in the last two games. And we're going to get into it and talk about that as well. We'll talk about that Sunday game, but
we'll get there.
I hope everybody had a good week. And now the ladies are on. Yay.
Before we get started, let's just talk about, because we could have had a couple guests last week, but you had a chance to see them in the store.
I did. So let's talk about it. So
Please
shout out to Markel and Alex for coming on last week, because we had an extended version of our episode. If you did not check it out, please go to Gorilla Cross Radio app. Download the app. It's free. Or subscribe to the YouTube channel for Gorilla Cross and our YouTube channel, because the episodes are on there. But anyway, so Markel is a super agent. I call him Superman. What? He's an agent with CAA, that's Creative Artists Agency, and he is in the combat sports division of that agency. And one of his clients, first of all, he had texted me and said, I'm in town. I was like, we got a show. Why don't you come in? He's like, that would be great, because I can bring in Motown Phenom, which is Kevin Lee, one of the UFC fighters that's a client of his, and Francis Ngannou. Big deal. Major, making moves. He's in the new Fast and Furious movie, by the way. Go check it out. So
he's filming it, though. He's not in it yet, is he?
He's in the next
one. He's in the next one. Gotcha. So then he's in the next one.
Right. I was like, there's another one that already came out.
There's another one that already came out, right? Or no?
I don't know.
I'm tripping. There's like 20 of them. It's like the iPhones. I'm waiting for the 20 to come out. Anyway, he didn't produce that, but he did produce himself, and we had an awesome time extending our show and speaking to him about that life. However, he did make it up to me. He called me on Saturday at my job and was like, hey, are you at work? We want to come in and shop. And I'm like, we? Who's we?
We?
He's like, I got Francis. Francis is coming. I'm like, oh, he is? So I got the wonderful opportunity and chance to meet Francis Ngannou, who is nothing but all pleasantries despite his stature and build.
Let's talk about the stature.
The stature is incredible, for one. And I warned one of my coworkers, shout out to Hanif, because he is into combat Muay Thai fighting.
Oh, really?
He's done a couple of tournaments and he's won them. He's done really well. So I prepped him before Francis arrived. I said, you know what? I said, I'm going to let you just get your celebrity crush, everything out now before he shows up. He's like, who's coming? I was like, Francis Ngannou. When I tell you he was ear to ear and just like jittery and like, oh my God, I can't believe it. He was like all the feels and excitement. So as soon as Francis showed up, stature is impeccable. I mean, the man's quads just don't do quads any justice. The man's arms don't do any arms I've ever seen any justice. The man is just all-time fit and ready. And he's ready to wear, by the way. He doesn't really need much tailoring. just for some of his shirts.
What does ready to wear mean, Mo?
Ready to wear means you can just wear it off the rack. Like, you don't need a tailor. You don't need things taken in, let out. You're just ready to put them on and go.
And for most men, they do need something tailored.
It, but they're just realizing now that they need stuff tailored. In the past, they would just wear it like it is. Like, I used to hate brothers and men, anybody I saw, with the long dress slacks with a full-on break that didn't have the proper break for the shoes, where the cuff was actually covering the dress shoe.
Tell them, Mo. Most styles.
You're dragging that wool underneath there so it's black. Get your pants tailored. Come see us at Nordstrom. We do alterations. And if you buy from me, they're free. How about that? Yeah. Unless it's special work done. You know, that's always an exception to that. But anyway, Francis came in again last night to work, to pick up his shirts. And we had a couple tweaking we needed to do. But his body is incredible. I mean, he just takes his shirt off and it's just like all the feels. It was amazing. It was a great experience. Very nice guy. Has a lot of different things coming up. He's on a 10-day trip coming up. Didn't really give me the details of what was going on, but I know Markel filled us in off air about some plans he has for Francis as far as
we are looking forward to that.
And we are looking forward to that. And he actually broke some news on the show. We're not going to repeat that news. You need to go back and check it out on the previous
episode. Where can they find us again?
YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Podomatic, Spotify, iHeart's here.
iHeart's in town.
Hello?
What better way than to find us on iHeart?
Find us on iHeart.
Maybe while you're waiting in line.
Absolutely.
Maybe while you're waiting for next
Come
step.
on. Come on. Yeah.
Whew.
I just didn't want him to leave me in the fitting room alone with him anymore. That was interesting. To take your trousers off, and I'm in the room with you. Your shirt off. I'm in the room with you. I'm handing you shirts. You're asking me my opinion. I cannot focus.
All I'm going to say is
my professional hat was on. I was very appropriate.
We need like a body of the MMA.
Yeah. Like their arms of NFL.
Right.
Bodies of MMA. And soccer too. Because I still can't forget about our boy Kevin Garcia. Those abs are still in my mind. Major.
Okay. We're going to get Kevin back on.
Yeah, we do.
We'll talk about the lights.
Yeah.
The loosest.
Yeah. And we have a guest coming on, right? Second half.
So make sure you stay tuned because we will be going over some sports betting. And I know for all those that are in Vegas or outside of Vegas doing it legally or illegally, you might want to stay tuned, get a few tips on sports betting, and maybe get a few lucky picks for this coming weekend.
And then, she's a lady, so it kind of encourages the women to kind of get involved in sports. I know a lot of women that sportsbook bet, but there's quite a few out there that don't. So
correct.
It's a good educational session this episode.
It's definitely, and it's not to feel scared to go to the sports book and sit down.
Or intimidated.
I feel like a lot of women they're intimidated. They don't want to go sit there and here's the deal. There's too much smoke in some sports books. That's why I can't sit there. But others, I like to go when it's late night. Like I'll go up to Red Rock Casino and do the sports book there like midnight on a Saturday night because it's dead. And I'm not going to fight with the lions at the casino at 9:00 in the morning when everybody's rushing to make their bets.
And here's the deal, too. The men, don't worry about them. They're so focused into watching their games.
They're focused on dollar beers.
And they're watching on dollar beers. And they're so focused on making sure that their ticket hits that you're not going to be worried about getting hit on or messed with or any of that kind of stuff. You think it'd be like, oh, creepy, it's smoky. No. These guys are so focused into trying to hit their parlays, it's not even funny. They're like, oh, you were there? I wasn't paying attention. Of course. So, yeah.
So we'll get into the Aces talk real quick. Before,
you better hurry.
I know, right?
I know. Are you in the chat?
Yeah, well.
Who's chatting on us with
Donnell's in there. Natalie's in there.
Hi,
so
Nat.
Jose, here's the deal. Jose, please give us because he was in other groups today talking about how the Aces and it was not a foul on Kelsey.
Yeah.
Why is he in the group chat saying it was a foul?
He's in our chat already talking about that?
Jose?
No, he's saying it wasn't a foul. I told him to call
it. It said here it was a foul.
No.
Do you see right under?
No,
see.
hashtag no foul, hashtag good no call.
I don't know where that is.
It was a no call foul. Meaning they didn't call the foul.
Yeah, he's saying good no call.
He's saying good no call foul.
He's saying
it was a foul call.
All I see is right here. It says Jose Falante. It was a foul.
He's making fun of you. He said it's not a foul.
Well, Jose, go have a few more tequilas. It's still Hispanic
He can call in and
Week.
tell us about La Luces.
Yeah, for
the
sure.
lights.
It was a foul. We're going to leave it at that.
It was a foul.
So anyways, let's rewind a little bit to this crazy last 4 or 5 days that we've had for the Aces. So Sunday was the one game of round 2 against Chicago Sky here at Thomas and Mack, which is a change of venue.
Right, because it was win or go home.
Right.
Mexican Independence Weekend, so they had concerts and stuff going
Already
on.
started. So I wasn't used to my route to UNLV. So, of course, in typical Melissa fashion, I am a little bit late. We got a call already. Let me guess. Jose.
Yeah, holla, holla.
Good no call.
Whatever.
Don't get dropped. Don't get Jose Volante, Sunday Sports. What's going on? So, real quick then, without divulging too much of the game, this no call that you say was correct, what exactly do you feel happened that made it appropriate to be a no call? Or didn't happen?
So here's the thing. I can totally understand. Once again, ladies, great show. Thank you for taking my call. Let me say that real quick. But you guys know I'm a huge Aces fan, just like you guys and hopefully everybody else in Vegas. But after watching the call over and over again, I can see where a lot of people think it was a foul. But if you look at it over and over and clearer, and even some actual referees have commented on posts here on social media, she literally slows down. She does see Deladon coming back. Deladon even puts her hands back, and Kelsey jumps up and gets hit. That's a clear, good no call. That was not a foul.
But
granted, you should have never been in that situation to begin with. Like Bill Lampier said, too many unforced turnovers.
If
you do not have that many unforced turnovers, you're never in that situation, and we're not talking about this call.
However, since we are talking about the call, any contact.
Any contact is considered a fault, even if it's a defensive one with no hands. And that's what it was. She went into her. It looked like Deladon went into her. I'm sorry.
And we're not saying she did it on purpose. She might have jumped. She got in the way. But we've seen this happen all the time in the NBA.
Yep. They do it in the NBA all the time, and it gets called. Yep.
If that were LeBron shooting, he would have got a foul.
No, let's be real. I don't know how if the rule is the same as the WNBA or the NBA, but the NBA has changed it a lot. Because there are a lot of guys that kick their legs out or stop and wait for someone to come from behind them and jump up. And a lot of NBA referees aren't calling that anymore, if you've been looking at that, because there's a lot of players that are smart. They feel the contact coming, so they wait. And if you watch the video, that's exactly what Kelsey Plum did. She's a smart basketball player. She knew Deladon was coming. She jumped at the right time to get the contact. That was a good no call, in my opinion. I know you guys don't like me saying that. I'm still rooting for the Aces. I still think we're going to pull it off.
Are you, though?
But we should not be in that situation.
Are you?
But we should not. But like I'm saying, we should have never been in that situation.
We should never have lost 13-point lead. We should have never
Definitely.
lost a 13-point lead and then a 7-point lead at the half. That's the problem.
That was a big problem.
And I could
outscored
get
26
into
to
that
16.
more so than I can about this no-call foul, but I won't tonight.
But that was our biggest. I think
right.
that's hence why I know I wanted to wear my jersey today.
Yeah, I want to wear mine too.
You know, beyond the no call, there's Jose. Are you still on? I'm sorry. Thank you for calling in. We're gonna get through with the rest of our Aces talk.
And it was a foul.
It was a foul.
And we will see you this Sunday, right, Jose?
Yep, and I'm actually looking forward to this little conversation you guys have coming up.
Well, I'm going to
like
see you at the watch party tomorrow because they are hosting another watch party at Ale House. Are you going to be there?
That's actually my goal for tomorrow because I have not hit one, so we shall see.
Okay, so then I'll see you over there and we'll have this conversation.
Okay.
Thank you, Jose.
Thanks, Jose. Bye.
Thank you, Jose.
So for all those that are tuning in, I know our girl Natalie was there.
Yeah.
Our boy Brian Solomon from News 3 was over at the Aces
watch party
along with the Aces fan club out there moving and shaking. They have another one this Thursday.
Well, here's the thing. Deladon got fouled on the previous play and they didn't call it. So guess what? This is just the trade-off of that. And my biggest thing, again, and my takeaway from this game is you had a 13-point lead.
And he had 7 points.
And he had 7 points at the half. What happened?
They got outscored 26 to 16 in the third quarter.
And that's a problem. And I already told you what I think the problem is. I'm not going to.
She can't even go on that one right now. But I will go. Let's go back to our sixth woman.
So our sixth woman, Dearica Hamby. Let's talk about it. 38-footer. I call her 38-footer.
Well, Dearica Hamby had just been.
What happened to our music, by the way?
We got no music.
Yeah,
I guess we ain't cool. Whatever. Thanks, Quan.
Yeah.
I took a phone call and turned them.
Okay.
Sorry, ladies.
We're calling them 900 numbers during our show, man.
So we, Dearica Hamby been named the sixth woman of the year
for the league.
She got her trophy and her award prior to the game on Sunday.
Okay.
I rolled up a little late, like as the game was starting, and guess who I'm walking behind?
Oh,
just James Harden.
Oh, the beard.
I was
Did you
like,
fear
wait
the
a minute.
beard?
I didn't.
Okay, good.
I was just kind of like, at first I was like, who? Because his outfit was just so, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't, I didn't like it.
I saw him too. But I didn't see him there. I saw him somewhere else.
I know you did.
Yeah.
So we went to the game. I went to the game. We had a great game. And the Chicago Sky were about to pull this off.
Oh, yeah. Because this was a one and done.
Intense.
It was. It was very intense.
And so the reason why the WNBA had decided to make it the first 2 rounds with this one and done is to kind of give it that NCAA Final Four kind of feel,
Yeah.
which is exciting. And it definitely made for this game. And can I just shout out to everybody who came to the game because there was almost 8,000 fans in the house.
That was perfect marketing.
Thomas Mack was great.
2-for-1 tickets for the MGM employees. Shout
free
out to
for
Natalie.
UNLV.
Free for UNLV students. Then you had $10 tickets. And shout out to Natalie on that because she posted the code
Yes,
on
she
there.
did.
So good looking out on that. And so you had that great turnout. Fortunately, I couldn't be there, but you represent me as I represent you. So
Of course.
we were both there.
Yes.
And I was watching it on my phone. Don't get me sorry, word. I was watching it on my phone as much as I could. We were busy.
Right. In between
Busy
time.
day. I
In the break
customers.
room,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, we're in the break room. Right.
But it literally came down to we're down by, I think, was it 2? We were down by 2.
Mm-hmm.
There's like
4.8 seconds is what they said.
there was 6 seconds left, I think, when the steal occurred. So Vandersloot had the ball. She was
took it to the
dribbling around.
backcourt,
She was
which was a
waiting
great-
for someone to get a foul on her
Right.
because she's like a great
Right.
foul shooter.
Right.
She went to go pass to who was she trying to pass? I can't remember who she was trying to pass to.
Oh,
Anyways, but Hamby came through.
with the steal.
Not only stole it, but stayed in bounds. She was literally flying out of bounds, managed to stay in bounds, and lost track of what the
Time was.
what the time
Yeah.
was. We had like still like 4-point-something seconds. She
4.7,
tossed the
yeah.
3 from the corner at how many feet?
38-footer.
Swish.
Swish.
Not even a touch the backboard. Not even a touch
all
the
net.
rim.
All net.
All net.
All net.
And then it
Epic.
was like, then you had to watch all their faces because everybody's going crazy because we just went up by 1 now. However, there's still 4 seconds
Right.
left to play defense.
Right. And that's
to
when
go from that
Deladon-
high to then get focused again.
Right. Was it Deladon who took the last shot? It was like a 24-footer or somebody. And was it her or was it
I think
someone
it
else?
might have been Deladon.
And then she missed.
Yeah, she missed it.
Game over.
Game over.
Yeah.
And we rushed the floor.
Yeah, I loved it.
It was amazing.
That's why she's the 6th woman of the year. And she's from the bench.
She's great. She
And humble to it, too. I
Man.
love what she said. And I think you interviewed the ladies, too. We have a clip of that, too.
I do. Do we have that? I'm sorry, we didn't.
So you
give
guys
Kron-
do interview the players?
Yeah. I'm going to kill Quan
Petty
right now.
king.
I'm going to kill.
Such a
He's happy he's got
petty
AC in his studio. Shout out to the building giving us AC now.
GirlChatSports. I just had a question. We heard about the commissioner's move to help to help the West Coast teams get to the East Coast for the first round of semifinals. How important is that for you guys as players?
I think it's a great push within our league, and just being, having the opportunity to travel with our own charter flight is huge. And I think it's a big step into where we're going and where we want to be. It's definitely a lot of fun, honestly, because now we get to check whatever we want, and we can just get there. We don't have to set the dates. I'm just saying, overweight bags. But anyways, this is definitely a big thing for our league, and I think shout out to her for making it happen.
And it's just easier on our bodies.
Yeah.
If we weren't taking this charter flight tomorrow, it was going to take us probably 8 hours or something with the connecting flight to get to Washington.
And getting up at 5 a.m.
Last time we flew to Connecticut, it took us 12 hours.
Yeah, and we all know what happened last year trying to get to Washington.
So we're very thankful, and it's there for us to use. It shouldn't come down to waiting and fighting for it. It should just be we're allowed to use it, but we're very thankful that we finally made the decision that we're allowed to do it.
So that was about the history of the making.
Well, here
right?
exactly. So here's what happened. While we're there, it was
Okay.
announced that our commissioner, who we've both have met,
Kathy
who we've
Engelbert.
talked to,
We
who we've given her
love her.
stats for her,
Yes, we love her.
made the decision that because both the teams that were playing on Sunday, which the Sparks had won as well as us, who basically immediately had to leave and go to the East Coast for their game for game 1 of the semis, which is yesterday. That the WNBA would be paying for their charter flights.
Yeah.
Because our girls be flying regular flights. And we know
Coach.
the issue that happened last year going to the Mystics. We know what happened this year with having delays. They're having, a 5-hour flight turns into, 2 segments, 3 segments, delays. lost
24
luggage.
hours, lost luggage. They're sleeping in the airport.
The Chicago Sky had that issue this year.
Yeah, they just posted that on their Instagram.
So it was major, not only for me to hear, because I feel like we had a connection with Kathy.
Yeah, we did.
We're personal with Kathy now.
Yeah, we are.
But it was, I had also, because I know Coach actually, and I didn't get a chance to send that over to Quan, but Coach also had mentioned and wanted to, at the very end of his post interviews, wanted to actually commend the commish and the WNBA for stepping up and taking that on, because the women do deserve that.
Yeah,
you've gotten this far, you've gotten to the semifinals, and you have to go clear across country.
Yeah, absolutely.
For a game within basically less than 48 hours.
Yeah.
Which is tough. And not to mention being 6'8", 6'4". I'm 5'10". I still have issues in regular
So you're an
seats.
exit row girl.
If I can, I'm not going to pay more for it because I will just sleep the whole way. Yeah. But yeah, so if it's a long fight like that, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Have to be.
But I couldn't imagine being 6'4" and having to sit in a regular seat.
I couldn't either.
So the girls got to DC safe. They had a chartered flight that was paid for by the WNBA, and they were happy to hear that. They were glad to not have to stress over, all
absolutely.
That kind of
and then so we had a game last night, real quick.
Yes.
And this is where Jose called in on that no call foul. The Aces were up to 13 points. Then by the half, they were up 7, and then it just kind of started dissipating a little bit. Kelsey Plum, though, the jersey that you're wearing, girls all time.
Man, She's just been. I think she's had a couple tough games. I think right now she's kind of found her spot. And whether it took a year, 2 years, however long now that the Aces are here, new coach, new city, I think she's found her mesh. She's found it. And I know that Coach and a couple of people have mentioned Kelsey's the first person, one of the people that are out there shooting before and after anybody else. She's taking shots. She's
and you
really
can see the progression of what that brings. And I have a question for you because you were at the Sunday game. And we're going back to Sunday real quick. He benched Jackie Young very early. Did anybody ask the question as to why or what was his strategy on that or anything?
Not that I remember from the post-game interview.
Okay.
I'd have to look. I have like a 7-minute thing recorded, and I didn't really watch all of it. There was a couple of parts where I was speaking with somebody else in the media while we were recording. But it wasn't mentioned, I don't think. Oh, okay. Not that I'm aware.
I just was curious.
And if it was, please chime in. Jose was there,
chat.
so feel free to.
Yeah.
But all in all, I'm excited for the Aces. So we're now down 0-1, but it is the best of 5. So they'll play tomorrow in DC. They'll be back here on Sunday, y'all. Sunday.
Back at their home.
2 p.m.
At Mandalay Bay Event Center.
Yes. And here's the deal. Here's how much I'm going to be doing. My Seahawks play at 1:25.
So you're going to multitask this?
I will be at the Aces game.
And you're going to multitask?
Granted, I may have something on my computer at the game, but I will be doing both.
You're a beast. I will, however, be at Life is Beautiful. Shout out to Downtown. Shout out to Larson, too, who checked in on my watch party. I love Larson a lot. He is all time. He's been in the community big time with Tao Group, and shout out to him for Marquee Night because I got to see Travis Scott over the weekend. So shout out to him, Justin, whole crew over there at Marquee. Shout out to Tolly and the boys over at Excess because I got to go to night swim. And I was leaving with my homeboy, big ups to Rashad. And guess who is coming in as I'm exiting? I feared the beard again, James Harden and his crew.
Where are you going at 4 o'clock in the morning?
I wasn't going to put a timestamp on it because I don't want nobody to know I was 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, thanks. Okay. But we were walking out and James Harden. James Harden. She tries to check my time, man.
I mean, I forget.
I got work out here that's trying. Look here. I digress. We're not going to even talk about this. Let's just go on and make our call. We've got a great, fabulous phone guest that we're going to call shortly.
Yes.
Lisa Diaz. For all you women, all you men out there, we've got week 3 of NFL football starting, commencing tomorrow with
college
Thursday night
football. Coming up. We've got some games coming up in college football.
So we need to know about these parlays. We need to know about these betting lines. What's the smart bet? What's a sucker bet? And she's going to break all that down for us. So
we're going to get her on.
We're going to get her
Make
on
sure
the
you're out there
zone.
following at Betting in Heels.
Yes, Betting in Heels.
She gives
she's on Instagram,
she gives
she's
up
on
a couple
Facebook.
pics here and there too.
She's on Twitter too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's got good pick knowledge for sure.
Hi.
Hi. How are you, Lisa?
Oh, turn your
Great.
TV
Oh my
down
God,
or
so nervous.
your radio. Or...
Yeah. All right.
Hello?
Okay.
Cool. How you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh my God.
So how's life in the...
Nervous.
Don't be nervous. How's life in the betting world?
It is great, but I've been having a little bit trouble in football, which sucks because I'm always good at football. So I have to get back and focus and see what I'm going to have for this week, for Sunday.
Well, let's start off with what got you into betting, who got you into betting, and why is it that you've basically been so good at it, or what do you feel, has been your success with this, to where now you're going to be starting your own podcast, I think, pretty soon, your own show. And so we kind of wanted to get, what got you into this?
Oh, my God. I've been doing this for years. My fiance, he is an old school handicapper. He's older than me. So, at all the years I've been with him, I picked it up.
That's okay.
I started to get more into a lot of sports. And I was always watching him, like, what are you doing? You're like, I'm sports betting. I'm looking at this. I'm learning all the lines and all that. So I just picked it up by watching him and just focusing on all the matchups and the teams. And I just wanted to go and branch myself. I started on a service with him, and I told him I wanted to do the service with him and branch out as my own self as being me and my picks. Because there's a lot of sports bettor females who basically are hosts. I didn't want to be a host. I wanted to show people that I can do it myself. I can do the research, and I know what I'm doing. And I'm not afraid to go to the sports book and place my bets.
Yeah, we talked about that. Very good.
Exactly. A lot of females, but there's more females coming out now on social media. And I'm like, okay, this is awesome that there's more females coming out on social media as being handicappers. So I'm like, wow. Because first it was Kelly in Vegas was who I always looked up to. I'm like, you know what? I want to be like her.
She's good too. Yeah, I like her.
Yeah, she is.
I want to be like Kelly in Vegas, and that's who I looked up until. Like, you know what? I can do this. But I was always afraid of branding myself out. And finally went and started to brand myself out, and this is where I am.
Love it.
Right now.
So what about the betting is then? I know you said you've been having a hard time with football, and I'm sure we all have. I know I've been having a hard time with fantasy football only because of these injuries. Our quarterbacks are going down, which we'll all get into a little later in the show. But for you, what's been like? What have you been doing great at so far? I know I've lately been doing a lot of Major League Baseball picks, and I don't know if there's anything in particular that you feel that you really, kind of grasped really well, or I don't know.
Yes. Right.
Yeah. Well, baseball has been amazing for me.
I'm going to tell you something. Baseball's great.
Yes. But for me, because I never do great in baseball, so this season I have did amazing. I'm 57% in my overall betting on baseball. So I'm just amazed how I've been working hard to see where I'm at, and I haven't dropped. I'm over, like, if people have been following me, they made money.
Nice.
And baseball is very hard to bet, especially in the second half. So I've been staying consistent in baseball, and now that we have football and college football, so I'm trying to integrate every sport now. I'm like, I have to do baseball, football, and then
it's a busy time right now in the fall because you still got baseball. There's football, basketball's coming. There's hockey.
Yep, got all of that.
Yes. So
is there any sport?
With me.
Is there any sport that you kind of veer away from? Like, I don't know if there's anything it's hard to kind of get.
Actually, I do all of it. Okay. I do football and basketball, hockey. I do all of it. And see, that's the thing. I know how to look at the lines and figure out where everything is going. A lot of people keep saying that line really is not consistent, but it's been consistent with me. Gotcha. And I just You know, a lot of people are like, "Oh, line reading is never going to win you money because you're not going to be consistent in line reading." But I proved them wrong.
Good.
So. Well, what do you think? Okay, so we got Thursday night football tomorrow. Let's just cut to it. Okay, we've got Jacksonville Jaguars. We got Titans. They just lost a cornerback wants to be traded. That's on the Jaguars. Jalen, what's his name?
Jalen Ramsey.
Ramsey, yeah. Which I want him to come to Raider Nation so badly. No, you guys don't need him, but we'll get into that. What do you think? What do you think as far as the look of that game? The favorites, the overs, the unders. What do you think? And let's just explain to the audience what the overs and unders mean and what the line means and all that. Can you break that down for the listeners that don't know as far as the sports betting goes?
Okay, so the over and unders are the total. So say if, hold on, let me go and see my app for football.
Yeah, I'm not sure what their over or under is as far as.
Well, let's just say, for example, like tomorrow night Titans Jaguars. Let's just say the over under is like
40 or 48 or something like that.
Okay, hold on. If the Jaguars and Titans were over probably like 47, they have to combine the scores 47 over, or it's going to be under. I usually don't dabble on over-unders because it's hard to predict those. There's a lot of people who know how to predict the over-unders. I choose not to deal with over-unders.
Okay.
Or the totals are mostly the spread or the money line. And if I was to go take, I really don't like this one because of the injuries. So if I was to take tomorrow's game,
I don't think nobody wants to take tomorrow's
I
game.
don't think anybody
I'd take the Titans.
I would take the Titans because I feel like they're a sweet sleeper team anyway, and I got Mariota on my team too.
Titans have not been great with me. I've been the Titans twice. So I think I'm going to stay away from this. Like everybody, like mostly some people are going to take it. They're going to take probably Titans, but I'm just. I'm not solely into that game.
Okay, so let's look at the overall because the overall's on the boards too. We're into week 3 of football. What do you see as far as the overall projection smart bet of the Super Bowl? Win or loss? We'll just keep it simple with that. Or even baseball, whatever sport you want to pick, World Series, Championship NBA. Have you looked into any of those as far as the overall? And what is your take?
I have been looking into NFL because I'm trying to get ready. I'm looking at the lines and figuring out where they're going. So Detroit Lions plus 6.5 right now.
As far as
I feel like they're
to win.
I'm sorry,
to win.
Detroit Lions plus 6.5 for football. That's one of the games I'm looking at, and I'm leaning towards.
The Eagles are favored by 6.5.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're talking about the Eagles in that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Detroit. I'm sorry.
Right. She's taking Detroit in the points.
She's taking Detroit in the points. I mean, as far as the overall season, though, like Super Bowl.
Oh.
Who do you project for Super Bowl? They already got the markers up there. We're in week 2.
Of course, the Patriots. Of course, the Patriots is going to make it.
We can't win no money with the Patriots.
Well, yeah. I mean,
there was somebody. Did you see that there was somebody that had put down like $400 to win like it was like 20? It was like 60 cents or something because they bet on the Patriots
to win Super Bowl. Yeah.
No, Patriots always going to win until Brady leaves. Honestly, let's be real right here.
Natalie's loving this part of the show.
I know, right?
I don't want to give the Patriots that many props, but I have to be realistic that is probably the case. So, Lisa, real quick,
I really want to see the Bears.
Well, Lisa,
that's not going to happen either.
One question I think I had for you is there something specific that you could give us to tell us what's something that we can look forward to or our audience can look for when they're trying to make their sports bets? Like, is it, do you recommend doing any parlays?
Yeah,
do you recommend doing just straight bets? Or what is something that you specifically want to do when you're out researching for your bets?
Well, I stay far away as possible with parlays. I feel like they are dummy bets because you can just do 3 or 4 teams and one is going to always lose. So I recommend doing just straight bets. And you got to look at good value odds. I don't go any high odds. You will not ever see me going above 170. So I'm 170 and below. And in the money line for baseball or hockey.
Okay.
And for football, I mostly do the spreads, and I go watch them on the lines and see where they're going up and down and see where the money are going towards. So there's a lot. And then also the matchups and the injuries. I have to include all that to see if where the lines are actually are matching with where we're supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
So, sorry, that's one more question I do. Because I'm asking for myself. Because I like to bet. But one thing that I get confused.
Stay away from parlays and you're good.
But
I used to play parlays. I used to play the 5 teamers.
Here's the
and the
deal.
3
I don't play parlays
right.
to win a bunch of money. I play them for the entertainment value because beyond fantasy and parlays, it helps me love to watch every single game no matter what. Because I know that I've got to bet.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But my question is, I guess that I always get confused on is when the money, like all the hot shot bettors are putting money on a team and then it drops. Does it drop their value? Or I can't. That's when I always get confused on. People will talk about, oh, well, money is going on them, so it's bringing the spread down or it brings the spread up, and then I'm lost as to where they go. What happens? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't. Yes, you're talking about the sharp bettors versus the
okay,
like
to where they affect the spread.
Bettors. Yes.
Okay.
But I really don't believe it if it does affect the spread. It's just you got to figure out where all the money is going towards. Like I can see if the spread, I don't even worry about the spread. I worry about where the money is going to, and I know where exactly the best books to look at, where all the sharps are going to. So I like to look at that, and then I like to look at the injuries and, like I explained. So, yeah, as far the sharp bettors can help you a lot. And you just got to figure out where to go get them at. I can't tell you all my secrets, girls.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
I gotta make some money too.
No. I get it. So
I need some new heels.
Right. Of course you do.
I need some new heels. So,
hey, but I did have a question. I know one of our listeners out in Seattle, my boy Weeks, he's a big bettor, but he wanted to ask your opinion on the NHL, on what you think might be a sleeper in the NHL to win the cup that maybe has odds of plus 1,100 or worse. He wants to make some money.
Okay, sleepers. Let's see. There's
with
long
plus 1,100
right
or
now.
so at plus 1,100 or more. I mean, it's like the Ducks, Coyotes, Bruins, Sabres, Flames, Hurricane. I mean, it's basically everybody right now.
The long shots, who I feel like are sleepers that have great odds, are the Flyers. They're at plus 2,000, and the New Jersey Devils plus 5,000. So those are the long shots, and you can play that or not. But somebody had this St. Louis Blues last to win the cup, and they end up winning $70,000. Did you hear that about that ticket?
Yes. I did see that.
Had the Blues to win the Stanley Cup, and nobody had the Blues.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I saw that. A long shot bet right there.
I saw that on
and he got lucky.
Yeah, he did.
So I'm like, geez. And another one is, I would probably go for the Knights as well.
Okay.
And they're plus 1,000. I have confidence with them. They are a young team as well, and they've made it to the playoffs. So I feel like they can, like with all the more experience they have, they're going to probably win the Stanley Cup soon. So I would just put in the Knights at plus 1,000, and the favorite is the Lightning at plus 750.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, good.
So
before we let you go, who's going to be winning the World Series?
Yeah. Who do you have on that?
So, oh my God, there's so many. I want to go for the Twins. I want to go for the Cubs because I'm a big Cubs fan.
You're gonna piss me off.
Jeez. I'm gonna say, hand me my purse. I got something in my purse right now. I got something in my bag right now. That's gonna shut that all up.
Then there's the Dodgers. So man,
I hate how you say the Dodgers like that. You ain't gotta say it like that. We've been to the World Series twice this past 2 seasons, and we're going again.
The Dodgers.
The Dodgers.
But
you gotta say it like that.
I like it.
You know my LA team is gonna. Hey.
Yeah, they've been great actually.
And I'm putting money on them to win.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna bet with my heart and do it. This is our year.
That's what happened to me with the Bears.
And
I'm betting with my heart. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, you can't.
Am I actually betting with my heart? You can't bet.
You really can't bet with your emotions. You really can't bet with your heart. I've learned that the hard way too.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. But I'm a degenerate, so I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna do it anyways. Like whenever they win, they win. And they lose, they lose.
Right.
Well, thank you so much, Lisa, for getting on the show with us.
Yes,
we definitely want to have you
it.
back. If you get into Vegas anytime soon, please let us know. Come on the show live so we can go over some parlay tickets with you.
Oh my God.
We just take her with us to the sports book.
There we go.
She just comes with us. That's all.
Oh yeah, it's definitely. I love the sports room. That movie, that's the one that the Venetian. The guys know me.
Oh, okay. They know you over at that one. I was thinking you probably go to the one at
the William Hill.
Oh, the William Hill, and then I was thinking you go to Westgate.
At the one at the Emerald Lagasse where
Lagasse, yeah.
Like the guys.
That's a good
The
one.
guys always know me at the bar there.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know where to find Lisa if you're ever in Vegas.
Right.
Right.
All right. Thanks so much, Lisa. Where can everybody find you one more time on social media?
Y'all can find me at Twitter at Betting in Heels. And then you also can find me on Facebook. I'm usually not on Facebook anymore because I'm focused on Twitter. So you can also find me on Instagram at betting_in_heels.
Awesome.
Perfect, Lisa. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, girls.
Enjoyed you.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, no problem, girl.
Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
That's so good. I love
Yeah,
that.
she's dope.
Since we brought up hockey, for all those out there that don't know, our Golden Knights are back.
They're not back. The season has not started yet.
But
we're talking
they're
preseason. Well, we
back.
got playoffs and we got other
Somebody
stuff going
around us already went to a game. I won't name names.
Instead of a playoff game.
Hello.
Instead of an
Hello.
elimination game.
Bought my tickets before. I knew they were playing
Sure
at the
you
same
did.
exact time.
Sure you did. Where's your bobblehead?
Did you get a
Did my
bobblehead?
house.
Oh, okay.
Who was it? Which one was
I
it?
want to see it.
Mark Stone.
Oh, Mark Stone. Nice.
Stoney.
Stoney.
So they've come out with a bang so far, 6-2 and 5-0.
It's preseason. I don't want to talk about this.
I
Let's
know,
move
but
on.
it's still good.
Let's talk about NFL because we don't have much time. Let's get into it. Because my fantasy for your ladies, I won this week.
I lost.
Sorry, Joy. I know it was your birthday week. I was really thinking I
It's
could
okay because she got mine.
Oh,
so.
okay. So pay back some other. I won hands down. That was the only one out of my 4 that I won.
Oh, see, I went 2-2.
Oh, good.
I almost won the ladies because I was down by 20, and that's when Odell Beckham Jr. had that 86-yard pass and like 80-yard after the catch run. So he got me like 7. Like I only needed like 4 more points to win that because I was down by so much. I mean, there was some people like Deshaun Watson is really crapping on me.
What's going on with
Really
that guy?
crapping on me in fantasy football. There's been a couple others, you know.
You got any players for tomorrow's game? I do.
What is it?
With Jaguars and Titans. You have no Titans or Jaguars players?
I don't do
Yeah,
those two teams. No.
Well, I got
But there's a big quarterback issue right now.
There's a huge quarterback issue.
First of all, I'm a Husky, and I do not like the Cougars whatsoever. But I am impressed to see that there's 2 starting Washington State Cougars that'll be in the lineups for this weekend. Can you believe that? I don't think anybody can believe that.
Does anybody care? I want to know.
I'm
only teasing you because it's Washington and that's your thing.
Any Southern quarterbacks out there?
There are, and one's been working out for.
Are they starting?
Actually, there's
this
one
week?
that's
Are they
been
starting
sitting
this week?
waiting
Are
to
they
get a
starting
call.
this week? Are they starting this week?
No, there's one that's been
Okay.
sitting waiting for a call, working out constantly.
Well, I know.
Constantly. Past 2 years now?
Yeah. So Mishu is playing for the Jags.
Okay, congratulations.
And then Falk, Luke Falk will be playing.
Congratulations.
The Jets. So the Jets not only. So here's the deal. Sam Darnold has mono. First of all, I didn't know that was even still existing in people that were over the age of 16. Wasn't it like the kissing disease?
Yeah, it was a kissing thing. I thought it was just a high school thing.
Sam, what have you been doing on your downtime? So because it affects your spleen, it enlarges your spleen. Right. So it makes it playing football way dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's not like you're just sick, but you really can't get it hit because you could die.
I just thought that was really a teenage thing.
No, well, then his backup goes in. Trevor Simeon, and he gets hurt. Like, did you watch the ankle? The ankle was like, I'm sorry, it was more like this.
Nah, that's terrible.
So he's out for the season.
They're a mess over there at the Jets.
Here comes Falk. But supposedly Sam Darnold should be okay come like week 5, they said.
I thought it was week 5 or week 6, one of those two.
Yeah, so mono, though.
Mononucleosis.
Drew Brees is out for 6 weeks. Seattle plays them at home this weekend. So that'll be I don't want to count them out, but it definitely changes things a little bit.
It definitely changes.
It's going to affect your Thomas. It's going to affect your Kamara. It's going to affect...
I don't know how bad it is. We'll see. Because then they're still in their positions and they can run it.
Right, but we haven't seen his backup play too hard, though.
Doesn't mean that he can't throw.
Whereas Big Ben, he got out in the second quarter. We saw
what his backup does,
and was doing it. He got. I think he's okay. I think this honestly may help Juju a little bit. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Hopefully, helps Connor because Connor's been dragging my fantasy down too. And then Cam Newton is injured. We're not sure if he'll be playing on Sunday.
Oh, are we talking about the guy that wears the Hermes scarves?
Yeah, your grandmama. He's like the new Larry Johnson.
But that is not. It's
but Larry
terrible.
Johnson did it for like
he
show.
did it for a commercial and shoes.
Real.
He did. This guy is doing it just. He's not a style icon. Let's be clear. We already have someone in the league for that.
He's like the Russell Westbrook of the NFL.
That's what the comparison narrative is, but I think that's not fair to Westbrook. It's not fair to him either. Like, this is this whole kind of alternative universe here that I don't know nothing about. I don't approve of it as a fashionista myself.
Right.
I know a lot of people that don't approve.
What woman wants their man in a headscarf?
First of all, I'm wearing the headscarf. It's Hermes. Why do you have it on your head?
Go ahead for it.
I want the headscarf.
Your ankle biting pants, sure, fine. But the scarf it took it beyond okay for me.
He's gonna keep wearing the scarf because he wants everybody to talk about the scarf.
He wants just like that whole tail thing that he had in his briefcase.
He's not an icon of fashion. He's not innovative. He's not doing anything. He is actually professing his personality, and I need everybody to stay woke and take witness to what's going on right now.
Ooh,
and I'm gonna leave it at that. And despite our Raiders' loss against the Chiefs, yeah. So Pat Mahomes has never not scored a touchdown in the first quarter of a game till he met us. So to make up for that,
is that what?
So to make up for that. He decides to score 4 in the second quarter.
In one quarter.
In the second quarter.
Eat that. And then you guys both scored nothing for the rest of the game.
Well, we had 2 interceptions. And the second interception was a pass interference on the offense on us, which made no sense. And Derek Carr spoke on that. Like, how do you have a PI on the offense when I'm throwing the ball? That didn't make any sense. I knew who I was throwing it to. It was the first and goal one that I had a problem with. That was a clear interception pass. You've been passing the ball to Josh Jacobs all day.
He had a good game.
He has let's talk about him for a second. I didn't talk about him for the first game, but this man is already of elite status with the Raiders. My personal fear with that is the more losses we have, he's not going to want to stay with us.
I mean, but
he's contractual.
You're gonna have losses.
I mean, but the multiple losses, he's top-notch running back right now.
Yeah.
And he's looking real nice.
Well, someone can go after him, or they can pay him.
Yeah. That's what's going to have to happen.
Or he can pull a Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, let's talk about Jalen. Quarterbacks. Raiders need a quarterback. We have cap space now, and we have the 2 first round draft
supposedly
picks.
the
We can do that.
Early contenders, they said Chiefs, Eagles, Seahawks are the early contenders.
And
however, the Jags want like a whole money back. They want 2 first round picks. They've already gotten offers for like a first round and a fifth or this and that, and they're denying.
The Raiders have that.
But here's the deal. Can you imagine how uncomfortable you are in your locker room when you basically say, I want out now, but then you got to go play on Thursday night?
Yeah, and then are you going to play effectively, or are they going to be like, look?
I mean, they interviewed him and he was like, listen, I know I'm still here. I'm still going to play for my team. But the fact is you don't want to be here. So how hard can you really be trying?
Oh, they're going to make him get hurt.
That's like me saying I don't want to go to work, but I'm going to go hard to work and really work out.
And your employers know that you don't want to come to work.
Right. Like, if I go to work saying, like, I don't want to be here, I'm not doing the work I should be doing.
Right. And any other job would be like, we'll just cut you a check. You can leave now. You don't even have to put like, lately, people have put their 2 weeks notice in and don't even get the 2 weeks. They're like, just go.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And your boy Eli got benched.
Yeah, he was really upset and hurt about that, and we could talk about it. He was very upset and hurt about it, but it was necessary. I just think Eli just needs to kind of just call it. I hate to say it. He's a young guy still, but I just don't think kids in him.
Get out while you can.
Get out while you can. You got 2 rings.
Yeah.
Against the Patriots, mind you. One of them was against Patriots.
Yeah. No, both.
No, both of them. That's right.
Against Brady.
Against Brady.
And that's the whole topic that people want to keep bringing up. That Eli is the guy that beat the only person that could beat Tom Brady.
Why they won that, and then the second was a great pass that was epic in his career that he had.
I mean, it was good.
And,
have your 2 rings.
Have your 2 rings.
Have a seat.
Go on and have pasture.
So, Daniel Jones's sales of his jersey has increased by 500%.
Nice.
Since being named the starting quarterback. I can't wait to see how this goes
on. They need
on.
some beacon of hope, like my Raiders. We need some. And another thing with the Raiders, we're on the road the next 4 games. You
guys have the highest miles in all the leagues.
Because our technical home game is the London game.
Oh, is that coming up?
That's coming up in a few weeks.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
We got Minnesota Vikings this week.
Yeah, you guys are
That's a tough schedule. And then
I
believe it's the Bears we face back at home, and that's not till October 2nd or 3rd or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So AB had his first showing as a Patriot.
Mm-hmm. And he performed for me.
And in typical Patriot fashion, he came out.
He showed up and showed out. Josh Gordon.
Aren't you glad you kept on to him?
I did, but I should have dropped Josh Gordon on mine because I had both of them. Josh Gordon gave me no yards.
Oh, yeah, you got to put him on the bench.
I could have benched him.
Don't drop him.
I didn't drop him. I mean drop him on the bench.
Gotcha.
I could have just put him on my bench. Yeah. And I shouldn't have. And I lost that Yahoo one.
So here's the deal. That's going to be pretty crazy with Patriots as far as who you're going to be playing on, as far as receiving wise, because you never know. It could be a Josh Gordon game. It could be an AB game.
Yeah, that's why I kept both. I didn't know what he was going to do.
It's going to be crazy. It's not going to be all of them.
No, it can't be. But I just didn't know who Tom was going to throw that ball with. Because I just didn't know. I didn't know who Tom was going to throw the ball to. Yeah, as far as, especially with all the scandal and a second person is coming out, and then this doctor,
which he's not going to be prosecuted for. There was a statute of limitations, which I thought was weird because isn't that within the last couple of years? So what is the statute of limitations? Maybe it's just because of where it was.
Yeah, maybe where it was. There is.
Somebody knows. Let us know.
And let's talk real quick about Vasquez from the Pittsburgh Pirates. We'll roll into baseball.
Okay.
That is disgusting.
So tell me what happened, because I didn't, me and my baseball. Mariners are out; they've been out since the first month.
He plays for the Pittsburgh Pirates. I guess allegedly he was having sexual relations with a 13-year-old minor at the time when he was 26. The girl is now 16, so this was 3 years ago. Apparently, they met at a game and.
Can you imagine bringing your daughter to a game and next thing you know,
was texting and sending nudes of himself to her, and they were going back and forth. He's picked her up and taken her home and doing that. Here's the thing. Moms found all of it on the phone and reported the incident.
But where was she when the daughter who was 13 is at a game? Meeting players.
I don't know.
You know how hard it is to go and just find a player to meet? I mean,
he knew, though, that she was 13. That's the issue. Like, you knew she was too young. He said he had a
so is he
going to
be? Is he suspended? Is he? I mean, let's talk about that.
They haven't. He's not playing. He's actually turned himself into the police. I don't know if it's
turned himself into the police.
Yeah, he's talking to the police and everything. Yeah, they arrested him.
This is major.
Yeah, it is. But we can go back to football. I'm sorry. I just had to bring that up after that. That was crazy. Because so much is going on. And with AB, too, he's getting sued again from a doctor this time.
Really?
Flatulence. Shout out to the Let the Ball Bounce because you're doing this in the doctor's face, being immature or whatever.
But why is the doctor going to sue him for?
Because the bill wasn't paid. So you did that to me in my face, and then you didn't pay the bill.
I'm like, he's suing him for that? That doesn't sound right, but whatever.
Would you not sue if
Here's
someone did that
I feel
to
like
you?
the doctor was also trying to put his name out there.
Oh, he probably was.
I mean, let's be real. He probably.
What if somebody did that to you and got pink eye? Would you sue?
I don't know. I mean, as a kid. Can we we talk about the NFC West real quick? I know
Yeah,
Quan
go for it.
loves his championship
Oh
team
man, the
right
49ers
now.
are looking great. Jimmy Garoppolo, let's talk about it.
Looking good.
Looking very good.
Who's Jeff Wilson? Because he had 2 touchdowns, and I was looking like,
Who is that? They got some nose on it, but they got some good players that's like coming up on that team.
I mean, they've got good players.
They got a good schedule too. You guys,
They had another pick 6 on their defensive touchdown. Although, they beat the Bengals. It was the Bengals. Of course, they did a little bit better job at it than we did in week 1. But it's still the Bengals, and that's all I'll have to say about that. I guess Quan is mute, so we won't talk to him about his team.
Oh, they're doing great.
You guys play the Steelers.
I was reading more on this baseball player.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So you guys are first time home game this week, finally. So
Yeah,
you won
finally
2
get a
on the
home
road.
game,
Now
so
you
we
get a
might-
Nobody
home
wants
game
to
on the
play at
Steelers.
Levi Stadium anyway.
We might finally win a game.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we're 2-0.
You're 2-0.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
bad.
Oh, I forgot you were going to be
Yeah,
16-0 this, right?
14-2.
Okay.
He declared a Super Bowl, possibly.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, then he said undefeated, so he wasn't
Nostradamus.
sure.
Nostradamus. Yeah. All right.
Oh, there goes that play again.
Okay.
Anyway, the Seahawks are 2-0.
Yeah.
The Rams
they're
are 2-0.
Yeah.
Then
Got a
it's-
lot of 2-0s out there right now.
There are.
NFC West.
Yeah. You got
Hold
that.
it down.
My
My
AFC has
Seahawks.
trouble.
Hey, listen, when I told y'all from the beginning to draft DK Metcalf, I meant
have
it.
him on my fantasy.
I meant it
and
because
have
I got
not
him
played
on like
yet.
3 of mine.
Should I play him this week?
Yes.
I have had him benched the last couple of weeks.
Yes.
All right.
Please play him this week.
Please play him this week.
I will play him this
At
week.
home, too?
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
And shout out to Penny and to Rashard Penny because
Yeah.
he had a great touchdown too for us
Oh, okay.
in Steeler country. And if you need some kind of backup running back or something, because he could blow up towards the middle or the end of the season. Just letting that be known now.
Yeah.
So you know. And our guy Russ.
Yeah. You know, Russell.
So Deion Sanders, Russ had a bad slide during the game in the Steelers, and it looked like he tore up the grass, and he could have injured himself too. So Deion Sanders calls him up, and they did a whole little video with him as far as, don't you know how to slide, man? You got to slide. Got to listen to Deion, right?
2-time.
I cannot.
Who rides around a rascal because his knees are so bad. That
Listen,
Deion Sanders.
listen.
From playing 2 sports.
There's also some college football out there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, my Huskies won on Saturday.
Shout out to SU. They won a 60-point game against Edwards
Yes.
College or something. They've been lost the first 2, and now we face FAMU going deep into the South against the FAMU Rattlers. Go
And so you know
Jaguars.
how we had the whole Hard Knocks series?
Yeah.
So HBO has officially announced that there's going to be a 24/7 college football series.
Oh, nice.
And the teams they're going to feature are Florida, Penn State, ASU, and Washington State Cougars.
You're still going to watch, though, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
'Cause I love sports.
Okay.
But I'm sure they're going to definitely talk about all this, Washington State Cougar quarterback action in the league. and
They've
all that
got
stuff.
to.
But also, we've got 6 Pac-12 teams in the top 25.
Oh, which ones are they?
Well, it's the first time it's happened in almost 10 years. And it's Utah, Oregon, Washington State, Washington, Cal, and Arizona State. Now, Washington should be higher, but we had one conference loss to Cal. That was that 1 o'clock in the morning game. Had it not been for that game, we'd probably be higher. But we're going to make our way back up.
And then UNLV lost to Northwestern, right?
Yeah.
Badly, right? I
And
don't even know who
the
they're playing
rookie
this
and the freshman or the redshirt did not did not play, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's not looking great.
It's not. So here's some latest news. And if everybody's following us on GirlChatSports on Instagram, I didn't get a chance to tweet this out, but the NCAA, with that bill in California about the players getting likeness and fees and money stipends to them, New York has jumped on with that.
Yes, I saw that.
Big news. New York is now jumping. I told you this was going to start a rippling. We talked about this last week. It's going to start a rippling effect. It needs to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It totally needs to happen that these players get some money. And I remember Jalen, who was it? Was it Jalen Rose? I think it was Jalen. When he was in college, he was saying how he was living off of ramen and sometimes wouldn't eat. Sometimes he wouldn't eat. He didn't have even a meal, didn't even have meal credits to eat or any of that kind of stuff. So
Jalen Rose?
no, I don't know if it was Jalen Rose. It was one of the basketball
He
players.
might have said that, but
I don't know if it was Jalen.
That's blue chip money right there.
Yeah, but
those Michigan dudes were getting paid. So.
some of them were, but I don't know if it was him or.
Well,
I
like
can't remember. But it was any athlete out there that has been.
No, there's a lot though.
There's a lot
of them that
There's
are.
a lot, and I don't know if it was it him. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Well, I also
But
like the
yeah.
fact that the New York bill actually states that all college athletes will get paid equally.
Yes, and get a percentage.
Which I think is fair because at some point you can't really just go, oh, everybody on the basketball team gets this much, and then everybody that's doing gymnastics only gets. I feel like, yes, if you're an athlete, you should all get paid.
Yeah, so this is a big monumental moment, not for just the male athletes, but a huge monumental moment for female athletes. It covers all bases. Everyone.
I love it.
I love it. Keep it going.
Just to round out our show today, congratulations to the New York Liberty because they got the 2020 first round draft pick for next year.
Yeah, I saw
which they
that.
believe will be the girl from Oregon who I've been watching.
And mind you, we're not in the draft because we gave up our draft round picks when we got Cam Beige and who else? We picked up a couple other people, so we're not in the.
Plus, we're doing good.
Yeah, plus we're doing amazing. We're going to win a playoffs, and we're in the championship, too. Yeah.
And also, the Connecticut Sun and the LA Sparks Sun are winning. They're up 1-0.
Oh, they are? Oh,
well, they're up 1-0. And they have another game, I think, tonight.
Tomorrow's their game, too. So both of the games are tomorrow. Yeah.
And then on a light note, I'm not a huge fan of LeBron's shoes, but guess whose shoes I do like? The LeBron 17s.
I haven't seen them. What do they look like?
The Nipsey Hussle release.
Oh, yeah. Shout out.
They're beautiful.
Well, I like that jersey he had on.
Gold. It goes with his short shorts.
Listen, I need everybody to bash LeBron on the short shorts. I like the outfit because that's what's trending right now.
It looked like he came out from a pool party.
That's what they wear. That's if you got
and shout out to having legs because if you were wearing tiny shorts and had some like little toothpick legs,
and you got the quads and muscle, and you've got a physique like LeBron James, you can wear them shorts, honey. We're checking it out and we're looking and we're liking.
But if you're out there, check out the LeBron 17s.
Yes, check a look at those.
They're beautiful.
I like that. I like the jersey you put out too.
Yeah.
Shout out Lakers.
Shout them out.
Los Lakers.
Oh Lord! And before we go, we didn't get to talk about our lights. We love our lights.
Let's talk about the lights. They
won big time at home against Fresno, who's the number 2 team.
Yes.
We had the Lucis FC night
because it was Hispanic.
Yes, it was. Yep. And so now we are only, it looks like 2 points out from the playoff, the bottom of the playoff.
Good.
Still possible, but Eric Winata, and I quote, says, "We know where we are in the standings, but there's just no quit in this team. We still got 5 games and the points are out there. We have to go for the 3 points in each of the next 2 road games. We have no choice. Just take the gloves off and swing. We're ready. Coach
Winata.
I love
Coaching
that.
by Winata. Hashtag.
So
Winata
they do
Wednesday.
have 2 on the road.
Yes, they do. They play the Austin Bold on that Sunday's match.
Yep.
And then they have another match against Colorado Springs. That's the following Saturday.
Yeah.
And then we only have 2 home games
2
left.
more home games left. The next one's going to be October 5th here against San Antonio. It's also the Breast Cancer Awareness Night. So I've got my pink light shirt that I'll be wearing.
I do have a pink light shirt.
See, there we go. And then we also have the last home game is October 12th.
Yeah.
But hopefully it's not the last. Hopefully
because they go in the playoffs. Yay. They have such a long season. And shout out to these guys because they have been doing their thing, and I'm so proud of them.
Super.
I'm very proud of this team.
And the fan base.
And the fan base is amazing. The sellout crowds. Shout out to La Fuerza. Shout out to Electric Company, bringing the heat as a booster club. They're probably one of the best booster clubs I've seen in quite some time.
They're great.
They are.
I can't deny it.
I can't.
So I also printed out this week's schedule.
Yeah, I like that.
Do you have any sleeper picks, or what are? Let's just go down.
Let's go down
quick.
the list.
Okay.
So Thursday's game, I would take Titans.
Yeah. Bengals or Bills?
I would go with. I think I'd pick the Bills, just as an underdog to see if I'd win. I don't think they'd win it, but
I think the Bills have been doing good. I'm gonna go with the Bengals just because I feel like they've been doing great on the road.
But it's at home.
No,
for the Bills, they're at home.
Right. That's what I'm saying. The Bengals have been doing
good on the road. So you think this will be
it's an upset pick right there?
I just want to do an upset pick to win more money.
Lions and Eagles. Oh, which Deshaun Jackson is out for the next couple weeks too.
Oh.
Yes.
That changes
And Carson Wentz has not been doing
extremely
great.
No, he has not. So I'm going to have to roll with Detroit.
Really?
They don't have no Megatron anymore.
I might still go with the Eagles there at home. If they don't win this game, then Philly's going to throw stuff on the field. They do. Their fans are ruthless.
And we know the Patriots are going to beat the Jets, so let's skip on that. We know the Vikings will beat the Raiders.
Okay.
Let's skip to that.
Chiefs will beat the Ravens.
Chiefs will beat the Ravens.
Falcons will beat the Colts.
Yes, they will.
So.
I believe in that too. Yes,
Packers and Broncos.
I'm going Packers. Broncos have just had a terrible. Joey Flacco, get it together because you're going to be into an Eli Manning situation and it's not going to be good for you.
I'll go Packers.
Go Packers. Go Aaron Rodgers.
Cowboys are going to win. Hello, Miami. Really? I don't even want to hear from the Cowboy fans this week.
And I don't want to even hear from them. Their schedule is not like they have the best. This is a dream schedule.
Jerry pays them.
Jerry pays them, but this is the best schedule.
Look at the dumpster fire here. Giants and Bucks. I'm going Giants.
Tampa Bay. I don't know.
Hey,
I got
Daniel
Jameis Winston on my fantasy. He's
I
bringing
do
me a lot
too,
of
but what
points,
did he
man.
do last week?
He didn't do nothing because I didn't have him. But he's at home now.
Here's
He's
the
at
deal.
home.
I feel like Saquon's gonna flourish with
You
a
think
new
so?
quarterback. Yeah.
All
Why
right.
not? He can't do any worse.
I wouldn't test that this week, but go for it.
Panthers and Cardinals. I'm gonna go Cardinals.
I'm gonna go Cardinals.
Panthers are just
Cam
Steelers
Starkler.
and Niners.
I'm gonna roll with the Niners for Quan.
I'm gonna go Steelers all the way.
They don't have a chance.
With no quarterback.
I'm going with no quarterback.
Hey, but he was doing all right.
All right, don't count when you're trying to put money
whatever.
on it. I'm going with the 49ers. I'm gonna
Saints
roll
and
my
Seahawks. I'm going with the Seahawks.
I'm gonna go with the Seahawks on that for you.
Texans and Chargers.
I'll say Houston, maybe. I think Houston.
Here's the deal. Melvin Gordon, you SOL. I don't know what you're trying to do. He says he swore he was going to be playing in 2019.
Right.
And with Austin Eckler, not for the Chargers.
Right.
They're not going to take
No, they're not
back.
going to do nothing. We're rolling with Texans on that.
I'm
Shout
going
out
with
to
the
my
Texans,
cousin.
yes. But I want Austin Eckler to get him on the points.
Sorry, Alex. I love you, but I'm rolling with the Rams against the Browns.
Rams and the Browns?
I'm sorry. I got Todd Gurley on my fantasy. I need him to perform. I need him to step out.
Here's the deal. I'm going to take this as my sleeper under.
Okay.
I'm going to take the
You're
Browns.
gonna take the Browns?
At
Okay.
home. I feel like they might have worked out a couple kinks. Now, here's the deal. Baker Mayfield's still going to throw like 2 interceptions. That's just Baker Mayfield. However,
Is he
I feel
gonna
like
get
the
sacked?
defense is doing better.
The defense can do all they want to, but the Rams are.
But if they can stop the Rams, I mean, hello. I don't know.
I'm gonna roll with the Rams. I'm just gonna be realistic.
And for Monday Night Football, Bears and Redskins.
Ooh, that's a good one. Might roll with the Bears on it, even though they're in Washington. I don't know.
I'm gonna go with the Redskins.
You're going with the Redskins? They got Khalil
I'm
Mack,
not.
man.
I know, but what have we been doing?
This might be their breakout. You never know.
Monday Night Football brings them out.
Yeah, it does. It always does.
Anyways, we want to thank everybody who has checked in, who has commented. I don't think we ever shared the phone number, so that's.
Well, Jose knew it because he sure called in. 702-608-3225.
It's on the screen, so
It's on
if
the
they're
screen.
watching.
Yeah, that's smart.
Well, some people aren't always watching, you know.
Yeah, they're
But
either
it happens.
listening.
It's
Yeah.
all good. We will post it. Please share it. Please
Yes.
like us.
And
Subscribe.
subscribe. And we're always looking for sponsorship. I'm going to be like Dre Bailey. Please email us at girlchatsports@gmail.com. Tell them Mo
We could
sent
be
you.
having your shirt on right now.
Yes, exactly.
We could
And
be
can
drinking
shouting
out of your cups
drinks.
and your drinks.
Yep. We could be wearing your accessories.
We could be eating your food.
Yep. We could do
Just
all
saying,
of that.
we out there.
I got Alex and Ani Raiders thing.
I got to see
I need to-
one too.
yeah, so I need to hit them up and be like, hey, what's up?
I had a let the ball bounce ad I was supposed to play on tonight's show.
No, you didn't. He's being funny.
He's doing because I caught him playing their ad on somebody else's show, and I was like, "So we don't got one?"
Oh, shout out to the new show on Gorilla Cross
Yeah,
too.
what's the name of
What's
it?
the name of it again?
Which one? Oh, not the Cheetahs? Oh,
No, that's on Vegas Hype Media. We're Gorilla Cross. We're talking about the new sports show. Welcome, fellas, on
Yes.
Girl Chat Sports.
the final countdown.
Welcome, final countdown.
Welcome, final countdown.
Jeremy
to the
Long and
building.
Michael Price.
Michael Price and who?
Jeremy Long.
Jeremy Long.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Welcome,
Congratulations. Welcome, fellas.
Big hugs.
Big hugs.
Great show.
All
Yeah.
right, y'all. That's it.
That's
we will
it.
catch you next time.
Yes. Can't wait to see you guys again or talk to you guys again next week. Can't wait to talk to you again.
Let's
next
go
week.
Aces
Are you
on
both
Sunday.
working tomorrow afternoon?
No.
You want to come in?
Sure.
And then sports show. We have former WNBA player Erin Thorne coming in the studio. She played for the Liberty, the Chicago Sky, and Minnesota Lynx. So she's coming in for an interview tomorrow. So
If I want to pop in and just say hi.
yeah, come in.
Pop in.
Come do the show with us.
Oh, I haven't done a show with you guys.
Yeah.
Mel, you're at work.
Call in.
Call in.
Like, just take your lunch break at
All right.
1:45. Just tell them you're going on a short vacation.
Short vacation.
And,
I got to go pick up a client, whatever it is you take.
tune it out. That'll be tomorrow at 2
okay,
p.m.
goodbye. I will be at work tomorrow
See, she
working.
put my little
Thank
thing
you.
on the blast. I'm like, nice. I'm trying to get her, divulge on the work
All right,
thing.
y'all. We'll see you
We'll
next
see you guys.
week.
Peace. 2 fingers.